study abroad blogs, all about universities, programs, tests, and more. Greater than blog, greater than academics, greater than 50 science quotes to inspire you. Science quotes. Academics 1,32020 views. 50 science quotes to inspire you. Last updated on January 13, 2023. 0 reviews. Rating. As a field, science is one of the greatest collective endeavors of humanity. It significantly contributes to our understanding of the world, and offers answers to questions as well as solutions that benefit millions across the globe. Here are 25 science quotes that you must read once. Table of contents. Isaac Newton's science quote. Albert Einstein's science quote. Stephen Hawking's science quote. Marie Curie's science quote. Key takeaways. FAQs. Science is a subject and a field that continues to have a significant impact on our understanding of the human body, the environment, the world, and the universe. Science also necessitates that you think analytically and follow systematic procedures to arrive at a conclusion to a question. In current times, science has taken on the role of responding to global challenges and societal needs. Public engagement with science and the popularization of this subject is essential in allowing millions across the globe to make informed personal and professional decisions. Science is a subject that is just as challenging as it is fascinating. Here are 25 science quotes that will inspire you and arouse a deep appreciation for the field. We live in a society exquisitely dependent on science and technology, in which hardly anyone knows anything about science and technology. Carl Sagan. Everything is theoretically impossible until it is done. Robert A. Heinlein. The saddest aspect of life right now is that science gathers knowledge faster than society gathers wisdom. Isaac Asimov. If we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? Albert Einstein. There are in fact two things, science and opinion. The former begets knowledge, the latter ignorance. Hippocrates. Science is magic that works. Kurt Vonnegut. Until man duplicates a blade of grass, nature can laugh at his so-called scientific knowledge. Thomas Edison. In questions of science, the authority of 1,000 is not worth the humble reasoning of a single individual. Galileo Galilei. The scientist only imposes two things, namely truth and sincerity, imposes them upon himself and upon other scientists. Erwin Schrödinger. The day science begins to study non-physical phenomena, it will make more progress in 1 decade than in all the previous centuries of its existence. Nikola Tesla. Isaac Newton's science quote. 11. I seem to have been only like a boy playing on a seashore, and diverting myself and now and then finding a smoother pebble or a prettier shell than ordinary. Whilst the great ocean of truth lay all undiscovered before me. Isaac Newton. This is one of Isaac Newton's most profound science quotes that draws your mind to the vast ocean of truth that the field continues to explore today. Science quotes by top scientists. When you need the inspiration to break new ground, read and reflect on our collection of leadership quotes by top scientists. It is strange that only extraordinary men made the discoveries which later appear so easy and simple. George C. Lichtenberg. Art is the tree of life. Science is the tree of death. William Blake. The art and science of asking questions is the source of all knowledge. Thomas Berger. The science of today is the technology of tomorrow. Edward Teller. Nothing has such power to broaden the mind as the ability to investigate systematically and truly all that comes under thy observation in life. Marcus Aurelius. Rockets are cool. There's no getting around that. Elon Musk. Equipped with his five senses, man explores the universe around him and calls the adventure science. Edwin Hubble. Science is just pure empiricism, and by virtue of its method, it excludes metaphysics. Steve Martin. Science is the acceptance of what works and the rejection of what does not. That needs more courage than we might think. Jacob Bronowski. Albert Einstein Science Quote. 21. The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity is its own reason for existence. One cannot help but be in awe when he contemplates the mysteries of eternity, of life, of the marvelous structure of reality. It is enough if one tries merely to comprehend a little of this mystery each day. Albert Einstein. Read more. Science Stream Subjects you should know about. This quote is among Albert Einstein's most famous science quotes that teach you about the quintessential need for curiosity in life. As a scientist, Einstein always emphasized the essence of questioning things. An expert is a person who has made all the mistakes that can be made in a very narrow field. Niels Bohr. I'm sure the universe is full of intelligent life. It's just been too intelligent to come here. Arthur C. Clarke. Life cannot have a random beginning. The trouble is that there are about 2,000 enzymes, and the chance of obtaining them all in a random trial is only 1 part in 1,040. 0.000, an outrageously small probability that could not be faced even if the whole universe consisted of organic soup. Fred Hoyle. There is no law except the law that there is no law. John Archibald Wheeler. Science is organized knowledge. Wisdom is organized life. Immanuel Kant. What I love about science is that as you learn, you don't really get answers. You just get better questions. John Green. We feel that even if all possible scientific questions be answered, the problems of life have still not been touched at all. Ludwig Wittgenstein. The feeling of odd wonder that science can give us is one of the highest experiences of which the human psyche is capable. Richard Dawkins. The scientist is not a person who gives the right answers. He's one who asks the right questions. Claude Levi-Strauss. Stephen Hawking Science Quote. 31. Scientists have become the bearers of the torch of discovery in our quest for knowledge. Stephen Hawking. All these provide a unique perspective of how humanity is progressing on the shoulders of giants in the field. Science Quotes. It is strange that only extraordinary men make the discoveries, which later appear so easy and simple. Science is a way of life. it is a perspective. Science is the process that takes us from confusion to understanding in a manner that's precise, predictive, and reliable, a transformation, for those lucky enough to experience it, that is empowering and emotional. Brian Greene. We are born at a given moment, in a given place, and like vintage years of wine, we have the qualities of the year and of the season of which we are born. Astrology does not lay claim to anything more. Carl Jung. We are just an advanced breed of monkeys on a minor planet of a very average star. But we can understand the universe. That makes us something very special. Stephen Hawking. Science is organized knowledge. Wisdom is organized life. Will Durant. There's real poetry in the real world. Science is the poetry of reality. Richard Dawkins. Science is vastly more stimulating to the imagination than the classics. J.B.S. Howden. Science is the great antidote to the poison of enthusiasm and superstition. Adam Smith. Science cannot solve the ultimate mystery of nature. And that is because, in the last analysis, we ourselves are a part of the mystery that we are trying to solve. Max Planck. Speculation and the exploration of ideas beyond what we know with certainty are what lead to progress. Lisa Randall. Marie Curie's science quote. 41. Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more, so that we may fear less. Marie Curie. This is one that serves as a reminder of her efforts to contribute to our understanding of the world around her. Her experimentation and exposure to radioactivity are what caused her untimely death. There are many babblers, wholly ignorant of mathematics, who dare to condemn my hypothesis, upon the authority of some part of the Bible twisted to suit their purpose. I value them not and scorn their unfounded judgment. Nicholas Copernicus. Progress is made by trial and failure. The failures are generally 100 times more numerous than the successes, yet they are usually left unchronicled. William Ramsay. Actually, everything that can be known is a number. For it is impossible to grasp anything with the mind or to recognize it without this. Philolaus. If you thought that science was certain, well, that is just an error on your part. Richard Feynman. Science is what we understand well enough to explain to a computer. Art is everything else. Donald E. Knuth. That's the whole problem with science. You've got a bunch of empiricists trying to describe things of unimaginable wonder. Bill Watterson. Exploration is what you do when you don't know what you're doing. That's what scientists do every day. If a scientist already knew what they were doing, they wouldn't be discovering anything, because they already knew what they were doing. Neil deGrasse Tyson. A real scientist solves problems, not wills that they are unsolvable. Anne McCaffrey. There is no royal road to science, and only those who do not dread the fatiguing climb of its steep paths have a chance of gaining its luminous summits. Karl Marx.